Very good afternoon to all, and this is Sonia sitting in front of you. Very warm welcome everyone on our channel Exampur IS English Medium. So, very warm welcome everyone on our new initiative series Discovery of India Series 3. And Series 3 is just not going to explain about the historical aspects and historical facts, but in this session we are going to discuss about that why Ashoka is considering as a great. दो ही लोग महान हुए हैं पूरे इतिहास में, एक अकबर और दूसरे अशोक. So in this session we will try to discuss that why Ashoka is considering as a great historical fact. But okay, so my voice is completely audible everyone, and I hope my screen is visible as well. So in this session, the interesting session, we can say that discovery of India, where we are trying to be connect the discovery of India with the historical aspects, historical aspects, historical facts, figures, and we will try to be understand the history, and we will try to be check the perspective of the history in a very different way. So let's begin this session, everyone. If you have any comment, any question, anything else would you like to ask me, definitely you can mention the questions. Anything else, you can put in your comments in the comment box. And surely, I'm just looking for the participation of everyone in this session, and try to be share more and more this session, because this is somehow a very interesting session for everyone, not only the as a person for a UPSC aspirant, but surely it is also very important session for those who are just showing the interest in the history, and they are just showing themselves as a very keen interest in the history. So this is somehow you can see on the screen, everyone, the Ashoka the Great in such a question mark. Let me discuss about the Ashoka's early life. You can see on the screen, everyone. Ashoka was born to the Mauryan Empire, Bindusar and we can say Shubhandagi, right? Dharma, he was the grandson of the Chandragupta Maurya, founder of the Mauryan Empire, and we can see the dynasty. Broadly, Chandragupta was born in a humble family, and later on abandoned, raised as soon as by the another family. The training and the council of the Chanakya of Arthashastra. Chanakya, also known as the Kautilya, famous ultimate build of the largest empires in ancient India. Ashoka's grandfather Chandragupta renounced it and became a monk in the Jain tradition, and adopted Jainism later on, and went out at Karnataka, Shravanabelagola. According to the Roman historian Appian, Ashoka's grandfather Chandragupta had made marital alliances with the Seleucus, and there was the possibility that Ashoka had a Seleucized Greek grandmother. Now, you can see the expansion of the Ashokan Empire on the screen, everyone, that how the Ashokan Empire is completely showing the interest factor and the expansion of the whole of the pan India, starting from the northwest region till the phase of a Delhi Sultanate. The lower upper Gangetic region, the lower Gangetic region, later on the rest of the part of the, we can say the Alexander, Delhi, Topra. We have a Allahabad, Sarnath, Patliputra also playing a very vital, crucial role in Ashoka's empire. So this is somehow very prominent part of the discussion. See, whenever we're discussing about the foundation of the Mauryan Empire, that why Ashoka is considering as a great somewhere. The foundation of the Mauryan Empire opens a new era in the history of the India, and for the first time, the political achievement was achieved in India. ऐसा नहीं था कि उससे पहले देश में बहुत बड़े एम्पायर नहीं थे, but the definition of the emperor and the definition of the empire is specifically presentable by the Ashoka. That's why he's somewhere considering as a great person. The history writing also become clear from this period due to accuracy in the chronological and the sources, that we have Megasthenes sources, we have Arthashastra, right? And beside the plenty of the indigenous and the foreign literary sources, number of epigraphic, we can say that the inscriptions available to write the history of this period. Mauryan Empire, for the first time, the political unity, we can see that under the leadership, or we can say guidance of the Kautilya or Chanakya. History writing has also become the clear from the period due to the accuracy of chronological sources, that we have a sources like literature, we have inscriptions, right? Kautilya Shastras in Sanskrit was written by Kautilya. Mudra Raksha written by Vishakha Datta. Sanskrit and during the Gupta period describe how Chandragupta within the assistance of the Kautilya overthrew the Nandas. Megasthenes was the Greek ambassador in the court of Chandragupta Maurya, and his book Indica also gives the detail of the modern administration, particularly the administration of the capital city of the Patliputra and also the military organization. Okay, before going to expand the session, everyone, I would just like to inform you about the Exampur Sarkari Naukri Preparation app. So simply you can download the app with the help of a Play Store. You can register yourself with your mobile number and WhatsApp, mobile number and email ID. After login on the Exampur Preparation Sarkari Naukri Preparation app, definitely you can get I think specific of the numerous of the benefits of the app, and surely don't forget to share this app with your relatives and in your peer group. You have a live paid batches classes. You have a numbers of the test series. We have free subject wise classes, topic wise quizzes. You have a evaluation of a report card, because it is very important to check the evaluation of the student, that the way we are performing, the way we are doing the things. So these are very important. You can get the examination dates, like admit card, the job notification that you get on the exam preparation app. Rise of the modern empire. We will try to be correlating Alexander the Great and Alexander the Legacy. And why it is important? Because we are trying to be correlating the modern, the Ashoka's characteristics. Right. So Alexander the Great conquered forced northwest India 326 BC. Chandragupta Maurya is conquest inspired Chandragupta Maurya Alexander Legacy. Battle-weary soldiers wanted to return home, so left India and began modern empire later on by the ending phase of the we can say the Alexander. Chandragupta built immense army, moreover 60,000 of the soldiers in the leadership of Chandragupta Maurya. Defeated Seleucus 305 BC. Modern empire controlled northern India 303 BC and also controlled much of the what is now in Afghanistan. So this is somehow very prominent role which is played by Ashoka and other people. Now it's a matter of consideration, everyone, that why Ashoka is considering as a great. So definitely the Dhamma is basically the is taking the word from a Prakritik. From Prakritik, form of Sanskrit word Dharma, and however Ashoka tried to be used it as a much wider sense. His Dhamma was a code of moral duties, a benevolent acts and freedom from the passion of an individual. It comprised the personal, social and moral virtues. The principle of the Dhamma were such as somehow very much beneficial, everyone, could be acceptable to the people belonging to any religious sect, right? So whenever we're discussing about the policy of a Dhamma, we cannot forget about the religion like Buddhism, right? So there is a difference between the Buddhism religion and Buddhism philosophy. And Ashoka somehow accepted Buddhism philosophy but not the religion. And in any of the inscriptions, Ashoka never ever mentioned that he is a devotee of Buddhism. Right, and why somewhere accepting, somewhere Ashoka is also considering as a great just because of his intellectual, intellectual behavior, we can say that. How is it possible, everyone? See, intellectual behavior is only possible when you're looking not only the self-upliftment, but also the social, economic, political, administrative upliftment, right? So, as per the opinion of Buddhism, or as per the opinion of, we can say that with Ashoka is exactly accepted the philosophy of Buddhism, where we are looking for the non-violence. Right? Why we're looking for the non-violence? Because Buddhism was the religion in the prevalent time of Ashoka, accepted or adopted by moreover the half of the population, right? और इस राजा के लिए उसकी population बहुत matter करती है. If my religion is particularly ABCD, so my emperor, my king, at least try to be adopting the religion that the more of the population is already adapting, right? So somewhere Buddhism is going to be flourish on the vast pace, and Ashoka is not representing the whole sum of the religion in a very limited way. If I'm giving the example of Java, Sumatra, Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan, we have numerous of the states and numerous of the neighboring countries in India where Ashoka tried to be separate the philosophy of Buddhism, and we have a moreover 14th of the rock edicts of the Buddhism, sorry, 13 rock edicts of the, we can say the Ashoka's philosophy of Buddhism, which he mentioned after the Battle of Kalinga War. After the fighting, after the Kalinga War, where he tried to be uplifting the people socially and intellectually, right? After Kalinga War, propagation of Dhamma is not only limited till one phase. We can say that it is completely, the propagation of Dhamma is starting from the northwest region, which I would like to show you the map first. I think with the map you have to be get more clarity from the northwest, rest of the upper Gangetic region, the lower Gangetic region, and you can see the whole of the part of the Ashoka is completely captured with the philosophy of the Dhamma and the philosophy of self upliftment. We can say that. Okay, and fulfillment of which he worked relentlessly. Religious system is common code, moral law, all religion, meeting ground. We can say less evils of sins, many good deeds. Fury, cruelty, anger, pride, kindness, gentle and self-control, purity of heart and attachment of the morality. It is the basic outcome of the Ashokan Dhamma's policy, which is somehow showing Ashoka as a great personality. Right. The history of the Ashoka is a reconstruction on the basis of the inscription. This inscription throws the light not only the reign of the Ashoka but also reveal his external and domestic policies, his views about Dhamma and the extent of his empire. Right. As a statement of the personal concerns, they are a remarkable document vivid describing the ambience or ambitious of this time. His inscription, Bahmani, Kharoshti, Prakritic, Aramaic, Greek, which is completely expanded till the phase of the northwest region, deciphered by James Prinsep in 1837, and have been used later on and get more information about Ashoka's Dhamma. His centralized monarchy demands more dependent on the part of the popularity. Now, regardless as the paternal benefactor, we can say that, and Dhamma, we can basically say that own invention, an essence and attempt of the suggest a way of in which the both practical and convenient as well as the highly morality. And this is somehow the whole sum of the Mauryan Empire expansion that you can see on the screen, everyone. The way he is somehow expanding everything, right? The whole of the, we can see the northwest region, the half of the part of the upper Gangetic region, the lower Gangetic region, we can say that. Okay, Ashoka's contribution, surely we can mention missionaries. They were writing separate Buddhism throughout India and China and other parts of the Asia. And we cannot forget about the, you can see the national emblem of Satyameva Jayate. You can see the Mehrauli pillar that is still situated in Qutub Minar. And this is somehow the missionaries and the contribution of the Ashoka. He always tried to uplift the people socially, economically, or intellectually, and try to be moralize the people with the help of the philosophy of Buddhism. Edicts of the Ashoka that we have in numerous of the options that you can see on the screen, that Shahbaz Gadi, Kandhar, Kalsi, Delhi Topra, and Mehrauli pillar. We cannot forget about Delhi Topra. Later on, transmitted by Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Nandan, Gad, Koshambi, Laurel, Araraj, Rampur, Dholi, Jawgad, Amravati, Sanatti, and Sopara. These are some of the prominent places of the Ashokas, where the inscriptions of the Ashoka, the major, the pillar, the minor rock edicts completely flourished. Not only the importance of the Ashoka because he is considering as the great, but somehow he want to separate the philosophy of Buddhism in each part of the we can say that in the India, right? So we're just going to describe in that why he is great somehow. See, the first thing which is very important to discuss about why Ashoka is great. That we have a religious policy, the Buddhism, we can the Buddhist philosophy as well, right? That I earlier told you everyone that Ashoka never ever focus that and the philosophy of let me just see, whenever we discuss about the personality like Ashoka, we never ever think that Ashoka was the person who completely left everything, left the violence and accepted the non-violence. And somewhere the question is arising in our mind that why the Ashoka is completely accepting the policy of non-violence. Is there any economic, social, profit of the Ashoka or not, or he looking for something, the expansion of the empire? See, after the winning of the Kalinga, I think nothing is left behind of Ashoka, कि कुछ और जीतने के लिए रह गया था. So that's why after winning the Kalinga war, Ashoka is completely decided that he is going to be left all type of a violent behavior with the neighboring country, with the regional or with the internal, we can say the regions, province of the India. That's why he adopting Buddhism. That I already differ everyone that Ashoka was the person is not completely accepted the Buddhist religion, but he definitely accepted the Buddhism philosophy. And according to our perspective, what is the Buddhist philosophy? Buddhist philosophy is completely accepting the policy of non-violence, completely rejected the idol worship, completely said कि अगर meditation कर सकते हैं and it is completely up to you that how you can achieve the God. That we don't have any foundation कि अगर आपको यहीं पर खड़े होकर भगवान की प्राप्ति होती है तो it's totally up to you. If I am talking about Chandragupta Maurya, the grandfather of Ashoka, definitely he adopting the Jain tradition. I think on that time Jain tradition was somewhere flourished in Karnataka zone. But whenever we're discussing about the Buddhism, the north central part of India, from the upper Gangetic region till the West Bengal, the whole of the Buddhism philosophy and the part of Shravasti, Vaishali, Payapuri, we can say that, Kharoshti, the West Afghanistan. I think numerous of the places of the Indian geographical extended where the Buddhism philosophy is separated, and the numbers of the population, moreover, I think half of the population accepted the philosophy of the Buddhism. Now the question is arising why the numerous and half of the population is completely accepted about acceptance the Buddhist philosophy. There is a reason behind it, because whenever we're discussing about the religious aspects, we have a prominent religion like Buddhism, Jainism and Brahmanism, where Brahmanism is completely discriminating the people on the name of a religion and the caste and creed. On the other hand, Jainism and Buddhism is completely rejecting all this philosophy and said ठीक है, equality is everything, and you can and humanism is somewhere above from the religion. So it is very important to accept the thought process of humanism and the non-violence. And one another aspect to adopting the non-violence, because Brahmanism is somehow putting the force, we can say that, to sacrifice the animals like ox and cow. And the whole of the Mauryan Empire, and before that, if I am discussing about the whole policy of Janpas and Mahajanpas, they were completely based on the agriculture, right? On the agriculture, that how the agriculture is become the prominent part of the the mode of money, कि वहीं से taxation भी आ रहा है, वहीं से trade भी हो रहा है, and with the help of the surplus production of the agriculture, the king is somewhere managing everything. The taxation, we can say that, the military, we can say that, the naval, we can say that, the cavalry, we can say that, the ministry, we can say that. That's the whole of the centralized empire is completely surviving on the behalf of the rest of the part of the agriculture, right? Because 95% of the people completely dependent on the agriculture, right? So just because of the sacrifice of the cow and the oxes, the increment with the decreasement in the agricultural surplus production is going to be decreased day to day, and this is not completely acceptable by the king. Any of the king, I can say that, अगर आपको profit मिल रहा है तो फिर आप क्यों चाहेंगे कि sacrifice किया जाए? So that I earlier told everyone that Ashoka was the person who always behaved intellectually. So that's why he is somewhere adapting the philosophy of Buddhism, which is completely favoring the non-violence. कि अगर non-violence को adopt कर लेंगे तो sacrifice जो है जानवरों का है, जो pet animals उनका रुक जाएगा. And definitely, if the sacrifices of the animals is going to be stopped later on, the surplus production is going to be increased later on day to day. So this is somehow the second subsidiary part, we can say that, which is showing Ashoka as the great intellectual person. And the policy like secularism. If I'm looking about the whole periodization of half of the 3rd century or the 4th century, the whole of the diversion of the Indian subcontinent from northwest till the part of the Kanyakumari, वहां तक भी अगर हम देखते हैं तो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ऑफ द कास्ट सिस्टम, discrimination of the people from and Varna system was very much prevalent on that time. So because the orthodox society like Brahmanism, the orthodox religious philosophy of Brahmanism is completely overcome to the whole of the religion, whole of the subcontinent of the India. But definitely it is completely overcome later on by the flourishness of the Buddhism and the Jainism. And it is going to be peak when Ashoka was completely accepted the Buddhism philosophy, again not religion, the philosophy he accepted and said कि ठीक है, equality is everything, we are adapting non-violence, हम हिंसा नहीं करेंगे. But one more thing which is very important to discuss here about Ashoka's greatness, again showing the intellectual and we can say the sharpness of the emperor, we can say that which is needed for any of the continent, any of the country, that Ashoka said कि ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि अगर मैंने कह दिया कि I'm not मतलब choosing the non violence तो भाई कल को तुम आ जाओ लड़ने के लिए, नहीं just sitting there कि आओ मुझे मार डालो, ऐसा नहीं है. Ashoka said कि ठीक है, if the things are going to be happen or things are not going to be in my favor, so definitely I'm going to be fight with the opponents. वो कोई भी हो सकता है. That's why the Cholas, Cheras and the rest of the South Indian kingdoms, they never ever tried to be attack on the rest of the northern part of the Ashoka, which is completely captured by the Ashoka kingdoms that you can see on the screen, everyone. Right. So this is the third dimension of the Ashoka, is showing the great somewhere. So whenever we start to comparison the historical personalities with the greatness with the Ashoka and the greatness with the Akbar, so there is we cannot say that there is similarities. There is definitely there is a differentiation. But it is very important to understand, everyone, that how the differentiation is completely emerged being a personality, because I think modern empire was the first empire where we are completely considering about the first centralized empire, where we have a very much expansion in the economy in the agriculture, army, military, weapons, administration, polity. We can say that we have a ministries, we have a Mahamatras, that we have the policy like secularism, and where we are not only expanded after the adopting the sannyas by we can say by the Ashoka, when he decided that he is going to completely accept the non-violence. Some of the philosophers or some of the historical aspects of the we can say the Ashoka, one of the very prominent book of we can say that the Ashoka's decline, and Ashoka's decline is just somewhere mentioning about the benefits to leave the war and battles, right? कि हमने war और battles को छोड़ा है तो उससे हमें फायदा क्या हो रहा है. So definitely some of the we can say the historians mentioning and criticizing कि अशोका को अपने फायदे की बहुत पड़ी थी. That's why Ashok is accepted the policy of the non-violence. But definitely whenever we choosing the mid path, as per the opinion of Romila Thapar that she mentioned, she write the book of Ashoka decline. Definitely we can say that इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अगर हमें लगता है कि हमारे पास कुछ जीतने के लिए बचा नहीं है. And if the adoption like the policy of a non-violence, इससे अगर लोगों का भला होता है, if we're just walking on the right queue or walking on the right way, तो उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. See, matter of concentration is not about the key people are respecting the king or not, but somewhere it is more concentration, matter of concentration, everyone, that the king or the expansion of the whole of the, I think, pan India is completely going to be consistent later or not. This is somehow a very big question which is arising in the debate of the critics of the Kalinga war, when Ashoka is completely adopting the policy of non-violence. Right. So this is somehow the important aspects, everyone, that we cannot say that any of the personality is not great. अगर मैं ये कहूँ कि भाई यहाँ पर जो है विक्रमादित्य ग्रेट नहीं थे या फिर समुद्रगुप्त ग्रेट नहीं थे, तो ये कहना गलत होगा. Everyone is a great, but whenever we looking the whole scenario of the history, why we are considering Ashoka is a great somewhere, because this is the first empire of the whole of the India after Chandragupta Maurya. It is very difficult to not only handle, but it is very important of the consistency. जो हमने बात की कि आपके पास बहुत बड़ा राज्य है, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, but the way you are showing your consistency of anything, the way you are showing your continuity, the way you are showing the controlled, the way you are controlling the people, like being a king or being an emperor, this is such a very big deal in it, right? And Ashoka somewhere proving himself, not only 1 year, 2 year, But moreover, the time phase of that till the time of a declining of the Ashokan period, till the time of moreover the 100 years, I think this is going to be continued from the Janpad, Mahajanpad, then Mauryan, then post-Mauryan period. And Ashoka was not only the person that he has completely expanded himself till the time phase of the, giving the philosophy to the people कि भाई अब non-violence को accept कीजिए. He is somehow showing the smartness by using the inscription that James Prinsep read it in 1837, and he mentioned about the personality of the Ashoka. कि भाई Ashoka was not only the great personality, but still he always tried to be separate the philosophy of the Buddhism, the non-violence. He tried to be expanded the whole of the pan India from northwest till the time phase of northwest, Shahbaz, western Afghanistan, Shahbaz Gadi, right, Lahore, Kochi, Karachi, Kandahar, Kabul, Takshila, Nalanda we have. So we have a numerous of the edicts of the Ashoka, where he mentioned about the messages for the common people, for the adopting the non-violence, right, for less expenditure, helping the people, respecting the elders. So this type of the we can say the values, the civilized values that Ashoka tried to be inculcate in the local people with the help of the inscriptions, the rock edicts, the minor rock edicts, we can say that the pillars edicts. So we have numerous of the examples, everyone, that we really मतलब feeling कि भाई appreciation का matter तो है, उसमें कोई doubt नहीं है. But definitely one more important thing कि हम फिर बाकी को महान क्यों नहीं कह सकते, वाई द अशोका ओनली, जो मैं पहले भी डिस्कस कर रही थी. सी समवेयर अशोका इज कंसिडरिंग एज अ ग्रेट पर्सन जस्ट बिकॉज नॉट ओनली द पॉलिसी but always the holding, the way he holding the policy that I earlier told you. Ashoka never ever said that I'm adopting the religion like Buddhism, but he always accepted that adopting the philosophy of Buddhism, right? And why he always doing this? Because half of the population of the whole India on that time is adopting the philosophy and the religion of the Buddhism, and the Jainist people is completely inculcating or immerse themselves in the trading guild system. So this is the expansion, and this is not only ended till the phase of the boundaries of the India. If I am giving the example of a Java, Sumatra, Tibet, China, we have a Sri Lanka, Indonesia, we have Java, we have almost, I think, more about the 50 of the countries. Definitely we can count down on the fingers कि जहाँ जहाँ पर बुद्धिज्म के बारे में separate किया गया. And his own I think children Sanghamitra, they are and his son also spreading the philosophy of Buddhism. So this is somehow a very important, prominent, we can say the message to the people spreading by the Ashoka in the favor of Buddhism and Buddhism philosophy. That's why we can say that. Moreover, I think 3.8 million of the population of the whole world still accepting the policy of Buddhism, the policy like non-violence, and that's why the population is increasing day by day. So this is somehow very important personality of the historical aspect, that how the Ashoka is showing not only great himself, but the greatness is going to be consistent, going to be stagnant till the 21st century. That still after आज से 21,000 साल पहले भी we are considering Ashoka as the great, and after 21st century in between still we are considering Ashoka as a great person. This not because of the philosophy, but the strategical point of opinion we cannot forgettable, which is completely not forgettable, everyone, with the personality, with the intellectuality, with the behavior of the Ashokas, right? Okay. Everyone, this is all about the explanation of the Ashoka, and we can see on the screen Mantra NCERT batch Naya Sabera, and you can get 50% discount, which is validate I think till 25th of the August, which is going to be end soon. So you can just call to our caller team कि अभी तक offer चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है. So you can just go ahead with it. I think you can see on the screen, everyone, for downloading the official app or the NCERT 40% code is going on. So definitely you can join right by entering NCERT 40 code. Basic understanding of the NCERT practice workbook that we are going to provide you. Daily live classes that we are giving you, everyone. NCERT with images and graphs. Daily classes PDF that we are giving after the live sessions. एनसीईआरटी बैचेस की विशेषताएं क्या हैं, तो एग्जैक्टली इसमें कोई वो नहीं है कि भाई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि आपको जो मेन हमारे कोर सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं, ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री, पॉलिटी एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, वी आर लुकिंग द होल कंसंट्रेशन ऑन इट. NCERT topic wise, we are just taking, they are going to squeeze the whole of the, the summary of the subjects कि यहाँ पर क्या क्या पढ़ाया और जा सकता है. Topic that we are choosing from the workbook everyone, and here you can get more about 1200 plus MCQs questions, and definitely these 1200 plus MCQs helping you people to be solve your problems, to make your concepts more stronger and more better. And you benefits of the Mantra NCERT batch, you can get surely 525 plus NCERT batches, class PDF, study planning. It is very important as per the demand of the UPSC, that अगर आप planning नहीं कर रहे हैं तो it is difficult to fulfill all these things. Course is already running everyone, so it is going to be end 20th of January 2023, so you have a very limited time because UPSC has already a very vast subject. टीचर्स अगर आप देख सकते हैं, विपेश सर, विपिन सर, जुबेर सर, अमृतर सर एंड सुजीत सर, they will taking the respective subjects. So these subjects are such a very creating the concepts of core concepts that we can say that. So definitely you can join it everyone. And later on about you can download the app first of all, Exampur Sarkari Naukri Preparation app, and you can register yourself with your mobile number and email ID. You can join it the courses, and you can buy the course by entering the code NCERT40. That is I think already mentioned on your screen everyone. The phone number is already mentioned there, and you can use any of the mode of the payment, UPI or card, जैसे भी आपको comfortable लगता है. And payment successful होने के बाद से surely you can check the demo classes, and demo classes के अलावा paid batches you have, the books you have for this, the job notification, current affairs, study material, test series, free courses, application courses, and you have a YouTube session. You can connect with us directly. You can ask your doubts as well. So you have numerous of the benefits everyone by joining all this NCERT batch, right? So don't forget to join the batch everyone, and later on don't forget to share the app with your peer group, with your relative. And this is somehow we can see that the initiative of the Exampur separately for the students. Those are not going to pay moreover 1 lakh rupees fee for the coaching centers, offline sections, offline coaching centers. So this is whole about the 2000 rupees course for 1 year validity. So this is such a very big deal for the students who are serious for UPSC. And see, NCERT is such a very foundational batch, very conceptual batch. So anyone can purchase, and I think 2000 रुपए की amount बहुत matter नहीं करती है हमारे लिए. So definitely you can go ahead with for purchasing the batch everyone. And this is all about the session of the ASHOK grade. And we will meet tomorrow at sharp 12 a.m. everyone. And if you have any doubt, any question, definitely you can ask me. And we will meet tomorrow at sharp 12 a.m. We will discussing the further things that how we can take the rest of the course. Tulsi, very good afternoon. Definitely you can see the series number 2. Just go and on the Exampur IS English Medium YouTube channel. Just check the series. I think you will find out the playlist there, and definitely you can see and watch all the series mentioned there. The current affair, the series of discovery of India, and the answer writing that we are doing on a everyday basis. So this is all about this session everyone. I hope this is completely helpful to everyone. And we will meet tomorrow at sharp, I think 12 noon, and we will discussing the rest of the parts of the architecture of the temple. जो भी कुछ रहेगा उसको कल cover करेंगे. Later on, if you have any doubt, any questions, so surely you can ask me by putting your question in the comment box, and we will always available to taking your doubts and questions. I want to leave everyone with the same slide with the decline of the Mughal Empire. Why it is important as per the main perspective, because बहुत बार सवाल पूछा जाता है. So just go ahead. Just check once the lecture कि क्या क्या पढ़ाया गया है. It is very important to revise all these things. The PDF that I will provide you on the WhatsApp group. So don't forget to join the WhatsApp group, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We will meet sharp tomorrow at 12, and we will discuss the rest of the parts of the NCERTs or the answer writing which is needed as per your examination point of view. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone.